Hi guys, my name is Michaela and welcome to my channel. So for this video series, we're calling it the intro series, and it's pretty much gonna be exactly how it sounds. Just a series of 5 or so videos just introducing this channel, I guess. So first video is going to be discussing me as a rider. Second video is going to discuss just like facts and fun stuff about my horses. Third video is what I went through in Tennessee. That and horses may actually switch. I'm not sure which order I want to do those two at. And then fourth video will be why am I making this channel, and then fifth video will be just my goal for this channel, and I might do my goal as a rider, but I'm not sure about that yet. So those are the 5 videos. So obviously this first video is going to be me as a rider. So who am I as a rider? It's a very good question. I guess I'm just gonna tell you my riding career. I'm gonna do like in years and like just the highlight of the year and like what I accomplished and that type of thing. So it's gonna be short and sweet and easy for me. So I guess we're just gonna start. So I started riding at the age of 2. So that was in 2000. I started riding. Jeez, I've been riding for 18 years. I feel old. Anyways, so started riding at the age of 2. The first horse I rode was Sky, my Morgan, who will be 22 this April. He is pretty old. Yes, he is our second oldest living horse that we have had on this property. So our oldest was 32, in case you need to know that. So Sky was 4 when I started riding him. So first few years I just did like rides down the road with my parents. So I'd like ride, well at first I'd ride like usually with my mom. My dad didn't ride at all. So I would ride with my mom either in front of her in the saddle until I got too big, and then I would ride behind her on Reno or Cheyenne. I didn't ride Sky much. My neighbor at the time was in love with Sky, so she rode Sky. I'd ride Sky like in a round pen, but I didn't ride him down the road because my mom never rode Sky. So that is why I never rode Sky. So that's what I did for the first few years. And then second or third grade, I want to say third grade, closer to third grade, I started English riding lessons at a local barn, which I think was like 45 minutes from here, I want to say. I'm not exactly sure. So did that for about a year, and then I stopped doing lessons at that barn. I'm not exactly sure why. I just randomly stopped doing lessons there. And then, so that was second or third grade. I'm thinking closer to third, but it could have been second. I don't exactly remember. So anyways, then a few years after that, I want to say fall of 2009, spring of 2010. I'm not exactly sure. I started using a local trainer to help me progress as a rider. I am not gonna say her name because of privacy stuff. I don't even know if she is still giving lessons or not. I have not talked to her since I stopped using her. Like, I've messaged her a couple times just giving her updates on Cinny, because Cinny was her horse. So if I do talk to her, it's just about that. It's not about like horse training stuff or much of that. So anyways, that was 2009, 2010, and then fall of 2010 I did just one horse show at it was over in Biola. Yes. I did that with Sky. It was English because the only time I show Western is if I'm doing like barrel racing or that fun stuff. So that was 2010. Spring of 2011, I started jumping Sky. Sky was 15 or 16 at the time, so it kind of bummed me out because I didn't get to jump him for many years. I still got to jump him for like 5 or 6 years, but I wish it was a little longer. So anyways, then summer 2011, we got Flash from our neighbor, and then the reason, well, we pretty much, I guess I can say, the reason we got Flash is because he was pretty much just tied to a 50-foot rope over there, and we felt bad because thank you. And we felt bad because he, well, one, was tied to a rope and couldn't move much. Like, he had like 50 feet diameter, but that's not much for a horse. So I pretty much just went over there, took the horse, and we never took him back. Like, we brought him over here, I put him in, so we have 2 pastures. We have the big pasture and then the small pasture is what we call them. I put him in the small pasture. Our 3 horses at the time were in the barn and everything, so that was fine. So we brought him over here, let him run around a bit, and then I rode Sky over to the neighbor saying, hey, is it okay if we just keep Flash at our place so he can have like horses to be around and like space to move around? And the neighbor was like, yeah, that's totally fine. And then the neighbor never said anything since, so it's like, I guess Flash is ours now, which was our end goal, so that worked. So then that was summer of 2011, and then fall of 2011 I started doing jumping shows. We kind of rushed that. Like, I was jumping for 3 months and then I started showing in jumping classes. So yeah, again, kind of rushed that. So that was 2011. Those are the 3 highlights of 2011. Spring of 2012 is when I got Cindy, and as I previously mentioned, Cindy was my trainer's horse, and Cindy originally just came here for me to just ride her for the summer and just like put miles on her. So yeah, I didn't ride Cindy at all that summer because at that point I was riding Sky, Cheyenne, and Flash. I was doing jumping with Sky, just basic exercise with Cheyenne, and then I started doing barrel racing with Flash because I was going through a phase where I liked barrel racing and I couldn't do it with Sky because Sky kept like locking up. So we called it locking up. I don't know if it was like it was like a mental block type of thing. So like I'd be like running to like the first barrel, he'd just stop and just stand there, and he'd like, dude, you're supposed to be running right now, why are you just standing here, type of thing. So it was like a mental block because he wasn't sure, am I supposed to run super fast or am I supposed to be calm and collected like she wants me to do in English. So that is why we stopped doing barrel racing with Sky, and then I did it with Flash for I did it all that summer. Like, I started showing barrel racing, so I was doing that all that summer. And then, so pretty much 2012, I was just jumping Sky, doing barrel racing with Flash, and then basic exercise with Cheyenne. So, and then I got Cindy in 2012. And then winter of 2012-2013, Cheyenne died from a heart condition. And then summer 2013, Flash had this episode, Flash had this episode at a horse show where he pinned me, like in between himself and the horse trailer, and couldn't figure out what his problem was because he was like kind of acting drunk. Like, he like could not walk straight and everything. So then he pinned me, so then we had a local vet come out, and he diagnosed Flash with either a pinched nerve or a slipped disc. We were given the option to look more into it, which would have been x-rays and water therapy and all that stuff, and Flash was like 20 at the time, so we just decided to drop it and just retire him, pretty much. Now, the only reason I was running a 20-year-old horse in barrels is because he loved it so much, and I didn't have to push him. I basically just had to sit there, hold onto the horn, and hope I don't die, and he did the rest. So, he knew what to do. I didn't have to do anything, pretty much, except hold on, and slight guidance at some points. So, that was 2013, 2014, summer 2014, I started riding Cindy, and then that same day, so the first day I rode her, so when I got Cindy, I was told that she was unbroke and just needed miles on her. No, that was not the case. She probably had 5 or 6 rides on her before I got her. So she was far from unbroke, and it was just kind of messed up. So anyways, I got on her one day in our arena, and then my trainer at the time, she's like, okay, now run the barrel pattern. And I'm like, aren't we like supposed to like slow down and make sure my horse can like turn and not kill me before I start running barrels on her? Obviously I didn't say this to my trainer, because it's like, why are you going to question your trainer's authority when she's your trainer for a reason? So I did that, and then that fall, Cindy became very uncontrollable and started rearing. So then I called my trainer. She's like, I called my trainer and I'm like, can you help me figure out Cindy's rearing problem? It's getting really annoying. And then my trainer's like, yeah, I'll come out this week. And then she came out, but we didn't address Cindy's rearing at all. She had me doing rollbacks and everything. I'm like, how is this addressing my horse's rearing problem? Like, I actually voiced this to my trainer, and she was like, well, we're keeping her feet moving so she can't rear. And I'm like, well, this is putting a band-aid on the problem. It's not solving it in the long run. It's just, is this making sense? So like, yes, she can't rear when her feet are moving, because her feet are moving, so she can't stop enough to throw her weight back and rear up. Now, if she would stand still, I'd ask her to move, she'd go straight up. Like, that doesn't fix the problem. It actually made it worse, because she had me yanking on Cindy's face and everything, and I'm like, well, the more you have me yank on my horse's face, the softer her mouth is going to be, and then the more lighter pressure I put on it, the more she's going to go up. I'm like, this is not helping, so we need to like address this problem. And then my trainer left because I was questioning her training, which I expected to happen. And then a week later, Cindy reared up again, and she didn't actually flip over on me, but she almost flipped over on me. It scared the crap out of me. So I did end up falling off of her, because, you know, my horse is straight up in the air. How are you not gonna fall off? And I totally did not expect it. So I called my trainer. She's like, yeah, I'll come out sometime this week. She didn't tell me like an actual day. And then she never came, never called. Haven't heard from her since. Well, I've heard from her since, but just as like a progress report, not about horse training type of stuff. So I stopped using that trainer, and then 2015 found a different trainer who is certified under Josh and John Lyons, as I am too. So 2015 and 16, me and this trainer worked with Cindy to get her problem under control, and then I just was riding Sky just on my own, I did, I think, 1 or 2 lessons with this trainer and Sky. Otherwise, I just did Sky by myself. So then, that was 15 and 16, 2017. So last year, I got hope and went to Tennessee to become a certified horse trainer under John and Josh Lyons. And then for the rest of 2017, I've just been working on my training skills with Cindy and Hope, and then been working with a few horses over in Alaska. So I love every minute of that. They're awesome horses. Apollo, the one, can be an absolute pain. He ripped a lunge line out of my hand yesterday, so I have a sore right there from him and right there from him, because, you know, Apollo is stupid. And I was partially stupid because when I hold a lunge line, let me grab my charger. When I hold a lunge line, I hold it in my hand, then I put it over my thumb, and then through my hand again. So I hold it like this, pretty much. There. So I hold it like this, and then in my hand. So when he whipped it, he did this, and pulled it all the way through over my thumb. So, yeah, partially my fault. Partially is Apollo's fault for not wanting to lunge. And he did that 3 times. And I was still stupid and continued to hold the lunge line the way I was holding it. So, yep, partially my fault, partially Apollo's fault. So, Monday, we're gonna address that issue. So, that is who I am as a rider. Also, if you noticed that I kept looking down, it's because I had notes. Because I had 2 pages of notes. Because that was a lot to think about for me. So, notes, and more notes. And it made the video short. Like, it's only 15 minutes now. Now it's 15 minutes. So, yeah, that's me as a rider. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any other video suggestions for me, go ahead and comment down below, and I will do my best to film them. And if you want to see more content, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.